My friend, thank you very much for joining us for this Operation Greatness Freeing the Matrix Action Pod number 41. This is good versus evil. Every moment you are deciding the winner. So, if you're watching this because you're leading your own Operation Greatness chapter through operationgreatness.com/leader, then you're seeing I'm on the screen right now in kind of a little lower light because of the contrast. Like the left side of my face is a little darker than the right side of my face. And that's an important contrast for you to recognize because I'm going to start sharing the screen here. And now we're seeing the logo for today's podcast, Good versus Evil. Every moment you are deciding the winner. So, to set the stage for us to appreciate this fully, this conversation that we're going to, well, enjoy, delve into, recognize, discover, I want to go to, let's start with a story here. I want to share with you this story. And now, if you're watching the video here, and that's the best way to do this, and that's what you're doing by leading your own Operation Greatness chapter in our Private Wealth Alliance, where you're walking all of your online friends through this Operation Greatness chapter meeting as you are leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating every one of them, doing a little more today in being of greater service. On the screen, which is like most of the space in the video recording, is a huge image, and it shows a wolf, and half of its face is black, and you can see like the eye, like a reddish glow to it, and in the other half of the wolf is light, it's lit, it's white, and you can see the eye is more like bluish in color, and then you can see the full moon in the background lighting the wolf, at least part of it. And the reason that we're showing this image and featuring this metaphor is with our story. You might have heard this before. It's a really compelling and powerful story because this is the war within you, the war within every one of us, the battle of good versus evil. And just to reiterate, this Operation Greatness Freeing the Matrix Action Pod number 41 is good versus evil. Every moment you are deciding the winner. Does good win or does evil win? That is entirely up to you. You're making that choice, that decision every moment. So let's go back to this image, and I so encourage you to watch this video by leading your own chapter because that's how you're having the greatest impact that you are destined to have because you are God's gift to the world, so be it. By you every day looking at every moment, how can I be of greater service to more people? Such as by leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating all your online friends. There is no greater contribution that you could make or which anyone has ever made in the lives of all of your online friends. By you, for example, now, right here, leading them into doing this action pod number 41 with us, because this is the conversation that every one of us must have. This is the battle every one of us is waging within ourselves every moment. So you're helping, you're walking everyone connected with you, all your online friends, through winning this battle and allowing good to triumph over evil. That's the service that you are providing. That's how you are being of greater service to more people, right here through Action Pod number 41, through your Private Wealth Alliance chapter leader link that you received when you joined us in Operation Greatness, doing our year of greatness together through operationgreatness.com/leader. You received your partner link, And then you're using that in all the posts you are using to lead, inspire, transform, and liberate every one of your online friends. So just picture this on the screen yourself, like a picture of a very powerful wolf that's like 3 feet away from you, and the well, as I'm looking at it, it's the right side of the wolf, the right face of the wolf is black with like let's say a glowing reddish amber orange eye, and the left side is white with like let's say a white or bluish eye, and it's right down the middle. So this brings us to our story. And if you've heard it, then you recognize the power of it, and it's already had some powerful impact on you, I trust. So the native elder was talking with his grandson and telling the boy that, did you know that within you there is a good wolf and an evil wolf? And the child was kind of like, "What? Uh-oh, I'm kind of scared here." And yes, they're constantly fighting each other for dominance. The good wolf and the evil wolf are each seeking to control you, my child, the grandfather tells his grandson. And the grandson is like, "What? I'm a little frightened by this. I don't want the evil wolf to take over me." And then he says, he looks up to the grandfather and says, "Which one wins?" And the grandfather pauses and he smiles, gets this big grin on his face, and he says, "Whichever one you feed. Whichever wolf you feed is the one who dominates you, controls you, who wins, who triumphs over the other. They're both equally powerful. Which one are you feeding yourself? Are you feeding the good wolf, or are you, well, let's just say, let's be real here, because we have to be honest with each other and with ourselves and with humanity, because we are the caretaker for the planet. You, my friend, are the steward of the earth. Your primary responsibility, the prime directive, is you mastering the way you are creating your life, and that is determined by which thoughts you are giving your power, which thoughts you are feeding. And that requires you to do this very intentionally with full awareness and to master your mind, MYM, master your mind, MYM. That's a powerful mantra that I recognized or intuited or received, I don't know, let's say 6 or 7 years ago, maybe. Master your mind, MYM, master your mind, MYM. You could repeat that anytime to come back to your center, to your power, to your purpose, to your connection with life, with love, with humanity, with your family, with your community, with God. This is the work every one of us is now doing in our own lives and leading in the lives of every one of our online friends, everyone connected with us, and our local communities. That's why you are leading your own Operation Greatness chapter among all your online friends as well as everyone in your local community, because you are here to transform the lives of everyone you are blessed to have connected with you. All of your online friends you can quickly and easily reach with almost no time, energy, thought, or effort. And now you're leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating every one of them, doing a little more today and being of greater service. And everyone in your local community as well. So you're leading your own Operation Greatness chapter. There's one of two ways you can do this. I mean, to me, both of these things are important. You're leading your own chapter, absolutely, because that's how you are being of greater service. And that's, you can do that directly through operationgreatness.com/leader, except when you do that through first freeingthematrix.com and joining our freeingthematrix.com mastermind, then you will see a link to our course for Operation Greatness for our Year of Greatness, and you will see another link, which is how we are doing our parasite cleanse. That's going to be the most important thing you have ever done. And this is actually a rite of passage every one of us must go through at some point in our life. So your children will, at the right time, when they're making that transition from child to adult, from boy to man, from girl to woman, they are going to have to do this rite of passage. And this is the parasite cleanse. So they also, just as you are or will be, parasite cleansed. You becoming parasite cleansed is the rite of passage, just as your children will do this themselves. And this is through freeingthematrix.com. Becoming parasite cleansed, that's how the good wolf triumphs over the evil wolf. That's how you have mastered your mind, MYM. That's how you are taking ownership of your power, just as we said with our title of today's Action Pod number 41, Good versus Evil. Every moment you are deciding the winner. You, only you decide whether good triumphs over evil. And yet, here's the thing, I mean, we have to be real here. Are the systems of the world, the systems of control, set in motion even thousands of years ago by evil? Are they designed to serve and support you, inspire you, show you how much you matter, and make you well aware of your infinite power to be of greater service, which is why you are here, knowing that your happiness, joy, fulfillment, well being, peace of mind, success, prosperity, meaning, impact, contribution are all the result of you being of greater service to more people? Is that something that's stressed starting when you're in first grade and continually progressing throughout your whole life, where you know the impact it is your destiny to have because you've always felt that you are here for something important, that you have greatness within you, and that somehow you're here to make a huge impact on the world? You've always known that or felt that or trusted. Oh, I'm getting chills here. Just feeling that now because I see that in you. I see the you who has fulfilled your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma, the 5D life. It is your, well, it's your destiny, it's your duty, it's your responsibility to live, to fulfill, to honor, to achieve. I see you as that fulfilled person right now because that's within you right here and now. And I'm asking you to see that within yourself now because that is the good wolf triumphing over the bad wolf, because that is what you are now feeding every moment, especially once you have made that rite of passage and gone from child to adult, boy to man, or girl to woman, and you are you have become parasite cleansed, and that means you have triumphed over evil and the systems of evil in the world that, well, I mean, look at the average person's lives. How much are they disconnected? I mean, like, okay, you're the way you're meant to live your life is your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma, knowing your strength, knowing your power, walking in your power, and being of great service as the inspired visionary leader you are privileged and honored to be. That is your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma, the 5D life you're meant to live, instead of most people. Well, let's just say the dumbing device has had tremendous impact, peril on the world, causing tremendous untold suffering in the world, because how many people, instead of the 5D lives they're meant to live, your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma, how many people instead feel disconnected, divided, distracted, discombobulated, despair, depression? How many of that's like the negative 6D lives that were imposed upon a weak, distracted, divided, disparaged mass population by the globalists, by tyranny, by the oppressors attempting totalitarian control. That's again, if we're not actively living our best and honoring our divine design, duty, destiny, dharma, the 5D lives we're destined to live, if we're not actively creating that, then the systems of power, control, oppression, tyranny, evil, the globalists, the communists, the leftists, their systems take over and run us by default because we were distracted and disconnected and divided and weak and poisoned by the systems of oppression, tyranny, evil, globalism, communism. If we are not actively owning our power, then the systems of the world are by default, they're parasites, they're feeding off of us, then they are in control, like the tentacles of the Matrix, reaching out and grabbing you when you're lifting your head above water and when you're connecting with God and your infinite power and potential and purpose to do good and be of greater service to more people. You see how nothing matters more than this by you mastering good, the good within you, the good you are here to share, the greatness within you, you are here to lead, inspire, transform, and liberate all of humanity. I mean, this is the power that you have. This is the purpose that you have. This is why you are here. This is every moment you deciding good triumphs over evil. And nothing matters more than that, and you recognize that, right? So I was going to read something to you and we were going to talk about that, and yet we're so focused and on point and inspired and uplifted and reignited. You have reignited your goodness and your power, and you have reconnected with that. And good has triumphed within you over evil. And now it's just a matter of putting it together as you are now leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating everyone connected with you, all your online friends. You are being the greatest blessing, contribution, leader, inspiration that they have ever had. You're contributing more meaningfully to all your online friends than anyone else has ever done or given them or served them in their whole lives. You are that greatest contribution that they have ever had because you're giving them the power to become free, to win this war of good versus evil, good triumphing over evil, this battle within their minds, their lives. And you're making sure that goodness is triumphing over evil in them. And then they are that inspired visionary leader of every one of their online friends, just as you are right here. And we're doing this through freeingthematrix.com because when you go to freeingthematrix.com, I have this here on this page right here if you're watching this video. By joining us at freeingthematrix.com, when you go to the About page, go to, well, the right column has a description below the logo, and then under that is a button. For me, it says Settings, and yet for you, it will say Invite People. So that's again at freeingthematrix.com in the About page. In the right column, the lowest thing on the page, well, is, I mean, almost the lowest thing. It's near the, it's above the, it's in the front page of the web site. What you'll see, it says invite people, and you'll click on that link, and you will get the link, and then you will share that link in all the posts you are making as you are personally leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating every one of your online friends, all of whom you are blessed to be able to serve. And then they are stepping up and then they are being that inspired visionary leader among all of their online friends as well. And this is by far the most important thing humanity has ever done. Let me show you that as well, because you are joining us in humanity's unifying manifestation. So remember, your power is beyond measure, and now you know how powerful you are, and now you're contributing so much to everyone connected with you as the inspired visionary leader of all your online friends, if not also everyone in your local area. And that's all through, again, freeingthematrix.com, where by you joining us in our freeingthematrix.com mastermind, and there in under the courses page, you will also see the course for our year of greatness, and that's where you're leading your Operation Greatness chapter by giving that to yourself. And you will also see another course, which is where you are becoming parasite cleansed. And you want to for sure do that rite of passage. It's only something you do once, and then you stay in that consciousness because it's absolutely transforming your whole life, and you're no longer going back into the matrix. This is really fundamentally how you are freeing yourself from the parasites by doing this parasite cleanse, by you becoming parasite cleansed yourself. I mean, that's imperative for you to do at least once in your life. This is the rite of passage every human must do, and you're so do that course when it's the right time for you. And how can there be a better time than right now? Because now is the only time there is, and tomorrow is not guaranteed. There is only now, right here and now. So do the parasite cleanse and become parasite cleansed yourself, because you will be so much stronger than you can ever even comprehend just by me doing this. Oh, let's see. Today is Monday as I'm recording this. I started my parasite cleanse on Saturday sometime, probably say Saturday afternoon maybe, and I did it into Saturday evening, and and then I continued it Sunday afternoon, and I was doing this most of Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening, and I think I stopped around, I don't know, 11 p.m. at night, I think. And I'm on page 19 of 24 of my parasite cleanse questionnaire, which is where most of the work is done. And yet I did a lot of preparation work over the last few weeks. And I still have like 5 more pages in the questionnaire. And yet this was like, oh, I'm just blown away by how profound this transformation was in my own life. And so then I went to sleep right away after ending my parasite cleansing for last night. And this morning, because this is how I want you to do it too, like do this right up until you go to sleep, because then these questions are swirling around in your, well, it's called your manas, In Sanskrit is the word. That's your thinking and analytical mind. That's of the five sheaths. That's the third sheath. So it's less dense than your pain body, the lowest, the physical body, the lowest, the most dense part of you. And then next is your energy body, your pranayama. And that's where your emotions are, and yet your manas, the thinking and analytical sheath of your five, that's more subtle than the energy, but it's more subtle than the physical as well, but it's still pretty dense. Now that's in the lower astral. And anyway, my thinking, my manas was processing this, my unconscious mind was processing this all night. And this morning I had a profound shift, which I actually shared in my walk today. I just got back from my walk a short time ago, and I shared this story of how I saw very clearly my dad and his brother. Anyway, I'd explain all of this, the story of them, like how it was a competition. My dad had a 2 year old, a brother 2 years older than him, and they had like this friendly competition, like who was the better tennis player, who was stronger, who was smarter, more intelligent. And I always thought that my uncle had achieved so much more than my dad, but now I realized I had this aha epiphany moment because my uncle was kind of like my mentor. I looked up to him, I respected him, and I didn't have as much respect for my dad because I thought he settled and played small instead of fulfilling his potential. This is about you fulfilling your potential. It's about you living your greatness, not playing small at all, because playing small was of the matrix, it was of the ego. And what is ego? It means not God. There's no God in ego. You're you are here to be of greater service to more people. You are here to contribute meaningfully to everyone's lives. You are God's gift to the world, after all. And so your work is opening fully to that which is, I call that God, the infinite, unlimited, where you are, well, God is working through you to bless the world. That's why you are here on the planet. That's that feeling that you've always had and known that you are here for something important, that you have greatness within you. This is it. This is you opening to that. I'm getting chills here. That's why you're doing the parasite cleanse yourself through freeingthematrix.com. Once you're joining us in the freeingthematrix.com mastermind, then go to the courses page and give yourself the parasite cleanse. Become parasite cleansed. That's the transformation that I'm doing myself. And it was such a profound shift because I grew up thinking that my dad was kind of like a failure, like he was weak because he settled. But there's a very, very important and honorable reason why he settled. And I got chills here too. And I have so much more respect for my dad, and I saw all the goodness within him over the years, like especially when I was writing my book, which I'm holding up if you're watching the video, Reignited America. I think I even dedicated it to my father in here as part of the dedication, at least. Anyway, like, I don't know. Did I Yeah, acknowledgments and dedication to you and your newfound liberation. But then I start talking about my dad in the in that first section there. And I mean, I anyway, the point is for you to recognize how powerful you are. Your power is beyond measure. So we're already creating this here. And remember, which which wolf wins, the good wolf or the evil wolf? The one you feed. Now you are feeding only the good wolf because where you give your attention, you are giving your power, and that becomes how you are creating your life and how we are creating our world. So make sure that you have mastered this because nothing matters more than where you are choosing to give your attention because that alone is how you are determining good versus evil. Every moment you are deciding which one wins, which one has control over you. And if you are allowing good to control you, when you are allowing good to control you, as you now have allowed good within you to triumph over the evil within you, which means your old programming, now you are living your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma. Now you are acknowledging how much you matter. Now you are acknowledging that you have the power to transform the whole world, that you are here for a very important purpose, that you are a good person, that you are a great person. You have greatness within you. And now you're not limiting that or denying that. Now you're also saying yes to life and you're reconnecting, especially with God, and you're opening up and you're giving of your heart and you're being a generous person. You're coming from abundance because scarcity, fear, lack consciousness was only when evil had control still within you. And now you are free of that. Now, especially with you becoming parasite cleansed, going through that rite of passage every one of us must make as a human in this world that was for thousands of years dominated by evil, the systems of control, enslavement, disempowerment, division, hatred, fear, scarcity, lack, because the parasites were feeding off of us, and now we're raising ourselves above that, and every one of us going through the parasite cleanse, that's no longer part of us, doesn't have any part of us. If you're watching the video, I'm showing a mug that I have that says, "Be kind." We are being kind to each other. We are transforming the lives of every one of us. We are serving each other. We're supporting each other. We're helping each other live, fulfill, enjoy our goals, desires, and dreams, and honor our divine design, duty, destiny, dharma, all of us stepping into our power, our greatness, and living that and being of greater service to everyone that we are blessed and honored to be able to transform. Right, right, right. And this is happening by you doing this yourself right now. So focus your powers, see how powerful you are, acknowledge how you are deserving of everything you want. There's nothing holding you back, only you were the obstruction of yourself because you had given your power to, well, the systems of programming you to play small, to hold back, to limit yourself, to not feel you were worthy or deserving of the great things that are coming to you. I mean, if you picture like God has always waited for you to open the door, saying yes to life, to all the good things that God has wanted to bless you with receiving, all the happiness, joy, fulfillment, well being, peace of mind. Yes, success. Yes, prosperity. Yes, meaning. Yes, impact. And yes, contribution. It is your destiny to share, to receive, to enjoy, to create, to allow, to attract, to manifest. All of this is why you are here on the planet now. I mean, think of you came into the life as a winner, and now you are deciding every moment all of the good you are sharing with the world. I mean, seriously, like what is it? I think it's you won the lottery to be here in this physical body that you wear right now. You know that, right? You won the lottery, you won the jackpot because there were like what, 81 million, 82 million other seamen racing toward the ovary or the uterus. Is the ovary in the uterus? I think that's how it goes. I don't know. I don't have one myself, so it's hard for me to speak from personal experience. Anyway, you were the one that defeated all of the other, what, 81,999,000 seamen to win the jackpot? I mean, your life is such a gift. You are God's gift to the world, after all. And now you're recognizing and valuing that life, and you're saying yes to life, and you're allowing God, which is the word I use, I'm getting chills here, to describe, I use the word God to describe the infinite, unlimited power of which you are its expression in the world. I mean, how does God bless the world other than through you? Through you saying yes and allowing and receiving the blessings that God has for you yourself, as you are then being of greater service to everyone connected with you, like right now, for example, by bringing every one of your online friends, leading them through doing this Operation Greatness Action Pod number 41, good versus evil. Every moment you're deciding the winner. So lead everyone, all of your online friends, lead them through doing this Action Pod number 41, because this is how we are freeing the matrix, all of us, and do that through your freeingthematrix.com mastermind link that you received once you joined us in the mastermind. That's on the About page, and then go to the Invite People button and grab your link and use your link in all of the posts that you're making. Yes, it costs $59 at this time. It's really honestly a $2,500 coaching program. I think you're getting that sense right here. It's a $2,500 per month coaching program. It costs at the moment $59. Don't be surprised if you see it if it says $199 or more, $499 or $999, $997, whatever. I mean, anyway, you're paying $59 a month, and yet you're also getting 40% of what all of your online friends are paying each month through your invite people link. So just for example, by you, our focus right now is by you getting your first 1,200 people, except you're getting every one of your online friends joining us in freeingthematrix.com as part of our freeingthematrix.com mastermind through you, because when they're joining through your link, for every 1,200 people you're bringing into our mastermind, as you are blessing them and contributing more meaningfully than anyone else ever has to their whole lives, in their whole lives, no one has ever served them as much as you are by leading them through freeingthematrix.com themselves. It takes, for every 1,200 people you're bringing into our mastermind, that would be worth, through your link, $28,320. I think that's enough for most people to buy a new house and a new car and to provide for their family. And you're getting that month after month, as long as every one of your 1,200 people are staying with us. And why wouldn't they? Because it's the most important thing they've ever done. And also, I mean, by you becoming parasite cleansed yourself, that costs $1,997, and yet you're also getting the 40% of that, as all of your friends are doing that rite of passage required of every one of us on the planet. You're getting 40% of that. I mean, that's financial freedom money. And you're also getting 40% as every one of your online friends through your link, through your freeingthematrix.com mastermind invite people link, as they are also giving themselves our year of greatness of leading their own Operation Greatness chapter through your link. You're also getting 40% of that $1,997 fee. So you see how much, I mean, you're really, every one of your online friends you are bringing into our freeingthematrix.com mastermind. Not only are you transforming their lives, you're also giving them the power to become financially free as they are then transforming the lives of every one of their online friends. So see that as already complete. And we're doing this together. So remember, your power is beyond measure. So let's do this now, this manifestation. Join us in, if you're already leading your own Operation Greatness chapter, then you're watching the video of this Operation Greatness podcast chapter meeting, then you're seeing this on the screen right here. It says, and just read along or just feel along with this because you're creating this. This is where you're giving your attention. This is what you are feeding. This is the good wolf, and this is good triumphing over evil. And you're recognizing how much this matters because you know now how powerful you are and how much you truly matter. So let's create this together. See this as complete already in your mind. You might want to close your eyes if you can do that safely here. This is humanity's unifying manifestation. This is the greatest thing humanity has ever done. Our power is beyond measure. Together, we have helped 1.72 billion people become very wealthy, living their Dharma through freeingthematrix.com and Operation Greatness. This is the greatest thing we've ever done and the higher purpose of our lives. So right now, see that, feel that, own that. Know that this is your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma. Nothing matters more than all of us doing this, and all of us are doing this through you, having done this yourself and having brought in, led, inspired, transformed, and liberated all of your online friends to join us in the freeingthematrix.com mastermind through you, through your link, through your invite people link. So, how does that look? By you, I mean, I said like your 1,200 people, not only is that worth $28,320 to you every month, your 1,200 people are remaining with us. Your 1,200 people are then using even this action pod number 41, good versus evil, and they're getting their 1,200 people. That's 1,440,000 people you transformed who are then getting their 1,200 people. That's 1,728,000,000 people. 1.72 billion people have become very wealthy living their Dharma through freeingthematrix.com and Operation Greatness. This is the greatest thing we have ever done and the higher purpose of our lives. Is there any question about that? This is good versus evil. This is good triumphing over evil. And I don't care if you're Elon Musk and have 219 plus million people following you on X, Twitter, or you're President Trump and have like 105 million some people following you on Twitter and Truth Social and Facebook and everywhere else. This is still the most important thing you have ever done. The higher purpose of your life, even if you're Elon Musk and even if you're President Trump. We're going to talk more about that we have to do a part two because this focused conversation was so extraordinary ourselves. We were going to do part two. I mean, tomorrow's podcast was supposed to be Stop Poisoning Yourself, Become Parasite Cleansed. And yet, this has been preempted by part two of good versus evil. Every moment you're deciding the winner, where we're going to specifically look at Elon and President Trump and the war within them. That's going to be very, very interesting. So make sure that you are following me on my podcast page which I will show you here if you're watching the video, or give yourself the video so you can watch this. Again, that's through the Operation Greatness course through our freeingthematrix.com mastermind. Anyway, the podcast, make sure this is what the podcast page looks like. Make sure that you're following me here. That's through operationgreatness.com/podcast. And then make sure that you're following me. I think that's at the top of the page, like to, well, these are the places you can hear that. I mean, all the regular places. Make sure that you're following me on my YouTube page. This is, oh, there it is. Yeah, it's under, it's a long word. It's like a at sign and then Dan Klatt and then 9204. This is my backup account because the other one, well, let's just say I was penalized for saying something that was against evil. Anyway, make sure you're following me here and also make sure if you're one of my 193,000 or 183,900 is what I mean, Twitter followers, make sure that you're following me here at Daniel Klatt. What is it? 183,931 at this moment. Okay. So make sure that you're getting my notifications here because, I mean, this is again reflective of the times, the war between good versus evil. Let's just say that, like my last post, let's even see what it is live here. Like I just promoted this, I mean, put this one out there 2 hours ago, and 1.3, what is that? Let's see, how many people anyway? 1,391 people have seen that out of 183,900 and whatever it was, 31 people. 1,300. You know that if it was 1,800, that would be 1%, right? So, in other words, like more than 99% of my people who asked to see my posts on Twitter had those posts blocked. And the one before that only got 86 views, and that's from 3 hours ago. So 99.9% oppression level, even on quote the free speech platform, that would be 184 people seeing my posts. So that's like about a third of how many people saw it. That would be 99.9% oppression level. So it's actually two-thirds more than that. Kind of interesting, right? Anyway, this is again the battle of good versus evil, and yet it's what you feed. So even on Twitter, where, I mean, let's go back to Twitter here. I'm showing you my live Twitter. If you're watching the video, and of course you want to watch this, and you do that by becoming an Operation Greatness chapter leader yourself through freeingthematrix.com. Anyway, I mean, so my pinned post is only, I mean, I use that in quotes because it's like beyond pathetic, 99% oppressed. Well, it's more than that. I mean, it's higher level of oppression than that 99% because 99% would be 1,840 people viewing this, and yet it's only 1,391. Anyway, but the posts below that, I mean, from 3 hours ago was oppressed at more than 99.9%. But anyway, that's all changing because good is triumphing over evil because it's what you feed that counts. And you are the one choosing that every moment. And by you doing your parasite cleanse and becoming parasite cleansed also through freeingthematrix.com, and that will be I'm just showing you from the video, the courses. So I'm going to create that later like a new course. One of the new courses will be Operation Greatness, your year of greatness. That's where you're leading your own chapter, and that costs $1,997. And that's actually $197 a month. if you do it through operationgreatness.com/leader, and yet it's $1,997 when you prepay ahead of time. I do not have the ability here through our Mastermind Alliance through freeingthematrix.com to charge you monthly for something extra, so we have to do it in a one-time course fee of 1997. That's the only way I can do that, and that keeps everything together where you would be making that 40% commission on all of your friends through your invite people link. I went to the wrong tab here. That's at the About page. That invite people link is what you will see here under the logo and description. And then you use your invite people link in all of your posts because that's how you are getting 40% as all of your online friends are following your example. You are leading by example. You are the inspired visionary leader the world needs now. You are God's gift to the world. And this is Operation Greatness. I'm wearing my Operation Greatness t-shirt and I just showed that to the camera. If you're watching the video, you'll see that. You're joining us in as a chapter leader. You're leading your own Operation Greatness chapter in your community, and I'm giving you the posts to make and the process to use to transform everyone, to reach everyone in your community as you are being of greater service. This moment, how am I able to serve more people more effectively? That's what your focus is. That's what you're feeding. That's what you're creating. That's how you're living your life. I mean, really pause and reflect on all of this. Getting chills here as well. And then I'm going to make another new course for our parasite cleanse where you are going through that rite of passage and you, my friend, are becoming parasite cleansed yourself. And that's the process I'm completing right now myself. And that's been like the best thing that I have done, at least in the last, well, giving up alcohol will be 3 years in August. So in about, I don't know, what's today, four? So like in less than 4 months, it'll be 3 years since I gave up alcohol. That was one of the best things I've done in my whole life. And the other thing, the greatest thing that I have done is working with an enlightened master where we have satsang classes every week, almost every week. And we started doing that in like September or October of 1999. That was the best thing that I've ever done in my whole life. And I guess you could say moving to Sedona was what allowed that to happen. So that was like a good thing too. But anyway, outside of working with an enlightened master every week almost for like 25 plus years was the best thing that I've done in my whole life. Outside of that, doing my parasite cleanse and becoming parasite cleansed, going through that rite of passage that is required of every human on the planet, becoming parasite cleanse was the best thing of my whole life, other than working with an enlightened master over the last 25 plus years with almost weekly conversations. That was the best thing. So, other than that, I mean, not everyone can do that. Everyone must do the parasite cleanse. They must go through this rite of passage and become parasite cleansed. And you're able to do that once you have joined us in our freeingthematrix.com mastermind. And so make sure that you're following me on my YouTube channel and on Twitter, and that you hit the notification bell on both places. And if you're in other social media, if you can, make sure you're receiving my posts because, well, the control systems of the Matrix, the war between good and evil. We're going to talk more about that in tomorrow's podcast. Remember that. That's going to be really insightful, very powerful. That's part two of Good versus Evil. Every moment you are deciding the winner. And we're going to talk about that in the context of President Trump and Elon Musk and that war within each of them. We're going to look very precisely at that. And that's going to be pretty insightful and phenomenal to talk about that, to see that. And then we're talking about all of this in our Freeing the Matrix Mastermind. So go there now and join us there if you're not already in our freeingthematrix.com mastermind because this is where we're going deep in all of this. Remember, we can't talk freely or can't share our thoughts freely because of the forces of evil that were in control. And now we're freeing the matrix from our mind. So this is the most important thing any one of us has ever done. And just as I said that in the video, the screen went black and it's like you can't see anything on the screen anymore. At least I can't as I'm seeing this. I don't know what's recording. And yet this recording is still going on, I think, unless it just died now. I don't know. But I lost my screen. It was very interesting. The Matrix, the forces of evil, they're trying to hang on to their power, right? But I don't know how to. I don't even have the controls anymore to turn off the recording of this podcast. So the only thing I can do is like shut the laptop, I guess, and we'll see how this ends. Anyway, I love you. I believe in you. I know how much you matter. And remember, it is because of you right now, right here, getting your 1,200 people, freeing the matrix with us through your invite people link and them 1,200 getting their 1,200, except you're not stopping at just 1,200. You're getting every one of your online friends freeing the matrix with us. No one left behind, because this is the greatest thing you have ever done and the greatest thing humanity has ever done. And this is your higher purpose, and this is humanity's higher purpose. This is the higher purpose of social media. It's why we're all connected. This is, anyway, your 1,200 people getting their 1,200, but no one left behind. So you're getting every one of your online friends, your 1,200, their 1,200, those 1,440,000 people getting their 1,200. And you, my friend, have transformed the lives of 1.72 billion people. That is the higher purpose of your life. That is the greatness that you have within you. You've always known there's so much more for you. This is it. This is why you are on the planet right now, for this very moment. I'm getting chills here. Just where you are now, doing this yourself and doing this with and for, leading every one of your online friends through doing this with every one of their online friends. So go back to the beginning now, and after each point, focus on it, reflect on it, recognize it, see it, relate it to what's happening in your life, and write your post about your thoughts on that. And then, of course, use your invite people link because this is how you're leading everyone into transforming their lives and being that inspired visionary leader of all their online friends. This is the most important work every one of us has done. Our greatest gift, the best thing we've ever done to better ourselves and our world. This is your legacy contribution. This is how much you matter because you're 1,200 getting their 1,200 getting theirs. And my friend, you transform the lives of 1.72 billion people. Really hear that, really feel that, really own that. How many people in all of history have had anywhere near that level of impact as you right here are having? I can think of one person. Jesus was his name. That's how we refer to him anyway. Maybe his name was, you know, whatever, but he's known as Jesus Christ or Jesus the Christ. And you're approaching the level of impact. And remember, Jesus challenged you, and I did the podcast on that especially. Jesus said, all these things I have done, you will do yourself. And then what did he add? And so much more. This is that so much more that you've always known was within you. So, freeingthematrix.com, joining our Mastermind Alliance, leading your own Operation Greatness chapter, and doing your parasite cleanse because this is the rite of passage you are now ready to go through yourself to become parasite cleansed yourself. And that doing that myself was the second most important thing I've ever done. It might be the greatest thing that you have ever done. This is the value of your life. This is how much you truly matter. And I'm so grateful for you hearing this and seeing this and taking action and allowing this and receiving this and creating this because you are living this. You are parasite cleansed and you are leading everyone you can transforming them and allowing them to step up and be the inspired visionary leader they have it within themselves to be as well. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful you are here and hearing this, and I'm so humbled and moved and inspired by the example your life truly is. By you being that inspired visionary leader, by you raising the bar so high, by you transforming the lives of so many people, showing everyone what's possible for them. You're setting the bar so high, and I'm so grateful for you. Thank you very much.